Hi everybody, this is Paul from just west of London. I'm going to do a little video astrology for you today, and my subject in particular today is Boris Johnson. Boris has gone over to Brussels to try and thrash out a deal between the UK and the EU over the fact that on the 31st of December this year, Britain may well crash completely out of the EU without a deal. Now, there are several factors that are playing on Boris's chart, and if he doesn't get a deal, then we in Britain are going to have a lot of problems in the future. So what have we got going on here? Well, in the skies at this moment in time, Neptune, right over here in Pisces, sitting on Boris's Chiron, is making a square to the sun. So there's an air of sacrifice in the air, or maybe an air of deception. We shall find out in due course. This sixth house is where my cursor is right now, is the house of everyday work for Boris. This is where he does his day job, and you can see the Neptune is sitting on Chiron, a wound, a problem that he is having to sort out in his work at the moment. Not surprisingly, that wound is connected to a decision or an agreement, an overseas agreement. Ninth house, and we've got Mercury over here, communications, agreements, documents. Sitting on top of that Mercury is the transiting North Node. So the future for Boris at this moment in time is around a deal, an overseas deal. You can see it straight away. Okay, now what are the chances of Boris coming away with a deal at this moment in time? Well, unfortunately, I don't think they're very good. Look down here at Mercury. Mercury in the third house of agreements, right here, is making a square to Pluto. Pluto sits in the 11th house of groups or associations or clubs. The European Union is a club. Pluto is very powerful, and this Neptune is banging up in a square against it. So there's a lot of power games going on at this moment in time, and I would imagine that there needs to be a transformation, Pluto, for any deal, Mercury, to succeed. Now let's have a look down here in the fourth house of the nation. This is where Boris has Pluto, Jupiter and Saturn transiting at this moment in time, and you can see Jupiter and Saturn just coming to the end of Capricorn, making a square to his moon. This is disappointing. This is expansion and contraction in effect, and I've been saying this for a long time now. The Jupiter is expansion, but Saturn is contraction and disappointments. And so where he may be able to get something going forward, he's going to lose out with something as well. And this is going to be a personal disappointment to him because the moon sits in his first house. What does the moon rule? His premiership, his career. His career is going to take a downturn because of this Saturn square to the moon. Jupiter at the same time gives him a bit more freedom, so therefore he may be able to get rid of Europe, but then again there's a disappointment coming for Boris. And also you can see that Saturn and Jupiter make an inconjunct aspect to Boris's Sun, again in the 9th house of overseas agreements. Here's an adjustment, or maybe something he has to give up in order to move forward. There's the astrology for Boris, and quite personally, based on the transits for the 9th of December, I do not think that he's going to get a deal, as I wrote the other day.